Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes. We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair. And, Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the earth. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the...
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to...
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger shall become supreme in Liyue.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange, and the world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you so easily dismiss the Lord of Geo's...
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has...
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to...
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora? I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some...
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the God of Salt. The God of Salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she encountered Morax used a rather underhanded trick to accept.
What? No way!
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear it.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
Quite so.
Over here! Mr. Zhongli! I've been looking for you!
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise...
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. Not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here. The results of which will all be... I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral...
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral...
Of course you would be such a reasonable man.
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this...
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of Salt has already perished, it was...
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour...
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will surely be of great help.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way...
Hey, Paimon's good at that too!
Well, that is quite enticing. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chain, an ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity. This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything?
Huh? Paimon thinks...
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the Overlord. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique...
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapon.
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone...
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyan. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the Overlord of the...
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich... rich with archaeological knowledge and his... Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to...
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Yeah! Time for retribution!
Dodge this! Free! Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time. Quake!
Verdict is... Terra Smash! To dust!
Come on, we can... Whoa!
Retribution!
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Why are there enemies here?
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Terra Smash! To dust! Verdict is...
Don't get frostbite.
Quake!
together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydromimic monsters... I have a contract. I must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Oh, so sorry.
Terra Smash!
Dodge this! Cool it!
To dust! Terra Smash!
Freeze! Don't push your luck! Don't get frostbite!
There's...
Let's dance.
Dodge this!
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
call yourself a scholar of archaeology?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried.
Oh, stop arguing! What?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about... She left me to rely solely on guessing. Experience to...
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth.
Now, calm down. No need to make a... Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex. But they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity of... This stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't... Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right?
So, it's only valuable for research if...
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is because history can tell us about cold... But you? You're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber.
Ah, I see.
See? You do want to sell these off.
But, so... All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I heard that Sal Turai was once the home of the god of salt's people. Therefore, there's...
According to legend, the people of the god of salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come...
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Sal Turai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of salt. I don't know, there's no concrete evidence, but I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of The god of salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of... So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would...
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt lie within this room.
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all...
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact... Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so.
Guess we can rest a bit.
If one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
I suppose this will do.
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing...
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east, do the people of...
I think I've heard...
Certainly you have. To provide a haven for her people at that time, with the chaos, and that haven she eventually found is right here.
How sad then. In the end...
Okay, enough with these ancient...
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west. With this clue, you should be able...
Ooh, you're taking me...
Terra Smash! Quick!
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Terra Smash! To dust! Verdict is...
Surrender and be gentle. Come a little closer.
Ready, steady, go!
You're in for...
Quick! Terra Smash! Time for retribution!
Let the show begin.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyonstone Fort.
Okay.
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between...
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so...
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist?
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as... You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this...
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the god...
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, miss. If we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
Terra Smash!
Is this an answer from this world?
Verdict is... Time for retribution!
I suppose this will do.
This will be interesting.
Quake! Terra Smash! Yeah!
We'll need more where that came from.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Duh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Crumble! Solidify!
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
It just looks like a fancy salt holder.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful.
Finally. After all that effort, I've found I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000.
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss One.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth...
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with it.
Then let's move on, shall we?
This is order.
Stabilize! Rise! Gather!
Just a simple ruler.
This, if I remember correctly...
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially...
What? That's even better than the salt...
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler...
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire and this girl has been useless. Why would she...
Oh, boy. Here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break...
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I know... Let's not forget who hired who here.
Because you agreed to a Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts...
That is one of your Liyue gods.
...will suffer the wrath of the rock. You...
Pay your dues!
Rise!
No escape!
Crumble!
Prepare yourself! Leaving so soon!
Rise! Order guide you! Crumble!
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further.
Oh, darn you!
Some archaeological survey. He could only... Yeah! Good thing Paimon can...
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other when people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological...
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the... You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're... I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to... You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Qixing. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his... We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history
Naturally, of course. But I must come with me. All the answers you seek.
Solidify! Stabilize!
Terra Smash!
Stabilize! Quake! Stabilize! Rise!
Crumble! Solidify! Yeah. Quake! Crumble! Solidify! Rise! Crumble! Quake! Rise! Nothing to fear! Quake!
I will have order.
Let's dance.
Terra Smash!
Order guide you.
This is a sword. Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the God of Salt had to fight back. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the... If we can repair this sword, then we can show the world the mighty power...
It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement...
Yes. But the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot...
This...
Zhongli. She seems like a good person.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the God of Salt cannot be no matter what. I must be faithful, even if it breaks the contract. I don't care.
So you are already decided?
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to...
That's okay. The God of Salt gave up her life to protect her people. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. As punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean...
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the God of Salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the 7.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Teyvat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade?
This sword is not a relic belonging to the God of Salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying...
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a
Hey! Come back!
It is a punishment after all. I did not want to tell her such cruel... Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
This must be a lie. A false hiss. Don't you dare try to shake my...
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would, judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now. Indeed, in ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Huh?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
let the show begin. I'll protect us.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not... To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming. I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need to throw...
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade... Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those...
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for you two. Uncle Dai is one of the foremen at Huishan Hall over in Liyue Harbor. He's hoping the...
What is it we have to do exactly?
I believe you'll be looking for workers.
Ooh, looking for people.
I have no reason to doubt your ability. I'm sure the details can be worked out face to face.
I am indeed. Now.
Huh? How could you tell?
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face.
Right again! You're pretty perceptive!
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off. Alright, my assistant should be arriving soon.
Woo-woo! That's why we're here! Now there's someone else taking a
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
So there is someone else! Do you think we're not up to the job?
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis, with a professional by your side. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul on Teyvat that knows rocks better than him. I'd be—
You're a fool if you think you found Teyvat's
Oh? And why am I that?
Because Teyvat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours. Ha-ha! Didn't expect that, did— Paimon bets Zhongli is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
In our last tale.
Zhongli, there you are!
Oh, here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you! Do you have time?
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone who understands geology. Take a look around. Is there anyone in Teyvat? The requester claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but
You appear to have taken his claim.
oh no, it's just Uncle Dai doesn't. Paimon just wants to enlighten him.
I see. Well, then it will be my pleasure to accompany you.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leader. We are at all times adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor.
Stop being so modish. Well, we got him. Let's head back to Uncle Dai. Uncle Dai.
Oh, and
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who you're.
Let's not get it.
uh-huh, so you say. Little my guy. It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have—
is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun Jun. Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us.
Huh?
Longsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli. I've heard about you.
I
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh? I would...
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhongli wins, he's the assistant. If Zhongli loses... never mind. Zhongli won't lose.
A contest? Why,
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you. It'll be interesting to see...
Stop talking the...
I'm just saying it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kunju.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited.
Huh? How could you forget something?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman. In any case...
So, do you have a poor memory?
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's rocks you need help with, I can most certainly lend it. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken. It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water...
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying to hoodwink us, are you?
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover,
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must...
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhong.
I've seen many such stones in my time. I recognized it immediately.
Of course not. I feel I've met a kindred spirit here today. Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his...
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men counting on you to find them.
Whoa!
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore?
Underground, overground. We left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further.
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like.
So strange. How could the 4 of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Over here! What's this? A pile of shirts.
Huh. A few everyday items. They must be...
1, 2... Huh. That seems right. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes.
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift.
So, they didn't take...
Correct. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tool. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items?
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing it... Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about...
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues. Kunjun, what are you...
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with it?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. Okay.
Looks like he's concentrating.
I see 4 men following someone out of the mine.
A child? What's a...
I'm...
Also, how did you...
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. I can perceive the memories of Orr.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand...
I've always sensed that Orr contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Amazing! So you can find...
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and
stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to...
I'm glad I can be of... Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it.
Is this an answer from this world?
Excuse me, sir.
Ah, yes. You must be here about the I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left. I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. Maybe...
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the old... Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
What is an on-site accident? We should know... Found some clues! Time to report back to Uncle Di.
You're back. How are the...
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes.
Forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with him?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kun-jun here made good use of his, expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion.
A child? But there are no settlements here for miles around.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following...
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruin.
North? Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if...
You're right. New plan.
I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make... There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my...
So, Oh, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Shouldn't we go north?
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kunjun? Kunjun, what are you searching for? We're all out of...
Apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious...
Dragonfall. Dragonfall is often used in forging.
I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very... absent. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious. As if there's some...
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know you forgot...
I don't even know where to start with it. It sounded so familiar to me. As if whatever it was I had to do was linked to that. Perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll remember what it...
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor...
Really? Oh, thank you, Mr. Zhongli.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be...
Great! Let's have a look! There are tracks here! These must have been left by the mine.
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are still within the pass itself. It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find... No, the footprints end here!
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
A miner.
Stop bothering me. Can't you
Jeez, whatever. Let's...
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess...
Yeah,
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated. Traversing the...
It was so strange. 4 big guys with lifeless expressions. It was like they were in some sort of trance. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
Huh. This child...
I caught a glimpse. Blue hair, short. I think it was a girl. She wasn't smiling. In fact, she looked very serious.
And they took this...
Yes, they followed it straight from here.
Let's go after them.
Be on your guard, traveler. Now is no time for sightseeing.
Oh, why's that?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active Ruin Guard presence in this area. Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they
So did
As I say, the reason is still unclear. Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters. In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to...
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but...
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
Is that... Well, if you're genuinely... I did see some Ruin Guard footprints on the hillside. But since then, I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh? Interesting.
While the Millelith stands guard, evil shall never prevail. On behalf of the...
More footprints. There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, rescue first. Ask questions later.
Verdict is... Terra Smash! Quake! Terra Smash! Dust! Terra Smash!
Those monsters were so aggressive. They must have noticed me walking through. Before I knew it, they were all over me. Thank you all for saving. My name is Wanyu.
Huh?
A miner?
Yeah, we're looking for a group of...
I think I saw...
Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I came across some people. A few men and a child. I was in a hurry. I didn't get a good look. I'm afraid I'm not even sure what they looked like.
I think that's all we needed to...
I hope it's useful to you. I'd better get going. There's a conference I need to attend.
According to this scholar, the miners were heading for Nantian...
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that...
A child with a group of adults. Sounds pretty close to Paimon.
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Aha!
It looks promising. I'll do my best. It's the same group, all right. They followed this road.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone seeing is something I won't...
I suppose it is an...
It's a good thing we brought our Kunjun.
You think so? It feels like we're cracking a criminal case.
Be that as it may, 4 fully grown...
Oh, you're...
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings. But the level... We have encountered many clues along the way. So... The miners headed in the direction of Nantianmen the day before yesterday. From here, they would have had to navigate a perilous mountain road.
Great! Nope.
I left a mark in the vicinity just now. If Uncle Dai does pass through here...
Clever thing.
Terra Smash!
Report on the road.
You're open!
Victory is almost ours! Whew, that was a tough fight!
Verdict is... Time for retribution! Should...
I got careless. Picked the wrong test subject.
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
There's a basket lying here, too. This must...
Hey!
Judging by his appearance, he must have collapsed.
Should we...
I can still...
Sounds like he's whispering something.
Seems that he thinks he still has work to do. There's a camp nearby. We should take him there and
How is he? He won't die.
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
Paimon heard him talking about digging for something.
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like there's something in his... Are these... Or... I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these fragments out of the mine. He's one of the 4 that we're searching for.
How he came to be here is what we...
So he was kidnapped. And then... but if they didn't need him...
Unless something happened.
Ugh. Paimon's had enough.
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has jogged my memory.
What is it?
Something...
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. After setting out with you on this case, it feels like a fog is lifted. I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. I would never have managed to... These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystals, mind you. This purity is extraordinarily rare.
It's beautiful.
But of course, take... And this one is for Mr. Shangli. Huh? It is...
On the contrary. I just hadn't anticipated receiving a gift, but thank you.
I'm pleased you like them. It's nice to be able to give a gift that... Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings.
You sure like rocks, huh?
Ores are the crystals of the earth, the sediment of time itself. I feel... Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off. I won't be far.
Rest easy. I surveyed the area. There's no... Oh, however, there is some...
Huh? What's with...
Traveler, does Dragonfall mean anything to you?
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking for?
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed in high-temperature environments. Dragonfall, on the other hand, is formed as a product of elemental reactions.
Elemental reactions can produce material objects?
Indeed they can. However, only a minority can survive for long periods of time. Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Powerful clashes of elemental energy gave birth to elemental crystals.
Cool.
And yet they are crystal creations all the same. Few and far between, relatively unknown. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue now wishes to strike a...
Yeah! If he knows of its existence, surely he knows all of its Weird.
There are those in the mining trade who retain a keen interest in Dragonfall. But for someone like Mr. Kunjun, whose motivations for seeking it are
Ulterior motives?
a conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. Don't forget, rescuing those miners is the primary objective. As for anything else, we're drawing closer to our goal. I believe we should continue to follow this road through. When you're well rested, call Mr. Kunjun over to us. We still have more we should ensure this miner is settled here at the camp.
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results, Mr. Kunj?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time, and, difficult to say. I feel that ore memories tend to be...
So there's never any ancient memories?
Rocks endure, but as eons pass, their memories are erased. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion or...
That makes sense. It is the same for people.
Indeed. Let's keep...
And there's so many mysterious-looking crystals up there, too.
This ancient tree. Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. Perhaps you... All right, then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investigating?
Well, there is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. This is...
Hey, what's wrong?
Just a bit lightheaded. It's past. Nothing to worry about. Not...
Whatever. Paimon's going to investigate over there. Why don't you climb the tree and have a look? If you don't try, you won't know. Anyway, you'll be able to get a good look at our...
Oh.
When has Paimon ever come up with a bad... Wait a minute. Paimon can fly.
All of you, come here.
Huh? Quick, let's go see...
This has been newly dug. It would appear our answer is up.
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel?
Compose yourselves. There is an unusual presence emanating from inside.
The missing miners are here. What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
Huh? That gate. Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until the gate.
So behind the seal first. What do we do? We can't hurt them. What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for stealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ishtahan, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine.
Don't worry about me. La 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 la.
Detestable.
Quake! Oh, so sorry. What's the hurry?
There is no atonement for 1,000 years of pain!
Don't push your luck.
From rock
Let's
to
dance.
dust, sooner or later.
Rise!
Crumble!
Nothing to fear.
Let's Let the show begin.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Terra Smash!
Fisher!
I'll protect
Shifting sands know not the mountain's permanence. The enraged earth will not absolve you!
Let's dance.
Detestable!
Crumble! Terra Smash! This is order.
Quake! There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Crumble!
Gather! Shifting sands do not the mountain's permanence. Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Fisher! There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
I will have order.
Be crushed!
Stabilize!
Morax! You think you can destroy me?
Stabilize! Solidify! Stabilize!
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Gather! Stabilize! Stabilize! Solidify!
Experience an eon of suffering!
This is order!
Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground.
You should call it by its name, Azhdaha.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice!
Azhdaha.
Huh? Kunja?
Morax. It's been a while. Azhdaha. The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes. It was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Azhdaha the Whole, but heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Azhdaha you see there.
No! It can't!
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the forces. That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back. Kidnapping the miners was all in aid of digging to the entrance to the seal itself.
The audacity! Are you insane? If you truly are a
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. Too weak to reincarnate, but strong. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim was clear.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little stronger, I would have recognized you.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. Only when I touched the stone tablet did I truly remember. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity and ancient dragonkind. Morax, do you want to tell the tale?
There would be no harm in it.
Azhdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. However, the memories of Rox do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But as time passes, so these memories fade into obscurity. Erosion ground Azhdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Azhdaha, now incomplete, became irascible.
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
This much is true, which is why you attacked the chasm. Why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountains to mine. Overexploitation caused the ley lines to quake. Erosion made us even more savage. No matter how we struggled, we lost the ability to coexist with humanity. Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion. But it was futile. Everything returns to dust. It is and so, we became you. And from your will, I emerged. I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Azhdaha and Morax. You can hate me, but you cannot deny me.
No!
I am the remnants of Azhdaha's benevolence. The echo of a contract set in stone. I harbor...
No! This is I, Azhdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth, older than the mountains and the
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot yourself. Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you. That which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the earth, then I am the memory of coexistence. All powers under heaven rise and fall of
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as jade. Strange.
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, in the wilderness, snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt, even where it is fleeting.
No! That isn't true! I don't accept—
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
More axe!
The little girl vanished!
Are you satisfied, Azhdaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no part in it. So, Morax,
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me, you're Morax.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun. A pair of eyes.
Your power is nearly spent.
Perceptive as always.
Shall we get going?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the miners trapped.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going. To fix the damage left.
Straight down to business as always.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners!
So there you are. My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. It seems he'll be... Huh? Young...
Nothing. Pay it no mind.
The cave? What happened?
They're exhausted, but not in danger. Don't worry.
Right. Well, thank you.
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men. I'll be happy to assist all of you in any way I can.
Kunjun, we should be calling you Azhdaha. You're coming back to Liyue Harbor too, right?
Not I. Merely this body. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kunjun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be famous in time. It would be a shame for someone of his talent to go missing.
You always did have a great admiration for blacksmiths.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so much. Perhaps empathy is mankind's proudest achievement after all.
Azhdaha, I am no longer the Geo Archon.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate. Let's get the difficult part out of the way. I cannot guarantee that I won't be awoken a second time.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare itself to face you.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. You were always the strongest among us. Yet, it would seem that even you have been eroded. That's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. Even if our mission had already concluded, it would be cowardly not to strike out on the road of departure. You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence. Yet, even this is temporary. When you reach the end of time, those people, those past and future relationships predetermined by fate.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived. I fear that the life of an elemental being is longer than any in this world.
Were it not so, you would have killed me long ago, and would not be having to face me again now.
You've brought a smile to my face. When all is said and done, a reunion between old friends is an auspicious occasion.
That day in the chasm. Did you hesitate?
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness. You came to me not as an assassin, and so I was willingly sealed away.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you. Let alone seal you away.
Hence my inception. Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. The face may have changed, but the content of the contract remains intact. Old friend. God of contracts. I hereby honor our agreement.
Thank you, Ashtaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the infinite flow of time. And you, Morax, you too will live for many a day to come.
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes. Don't be alarmed. He's...
Whoa. That was so weird.
In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunjun. He was. Centuries may have passed since then, but events from 1,000 years ago remain crystal clear in my mind.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient Geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ashtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
A 1,000 years ago, Ashtaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Ashtaha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it to find me. Despite being the victor, I could not claim to be stronger than he. And in his heart, he still retained an ounce of goodwill towards me, towards Liyue, towards life above ground. He was willing to be sealed away, but as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot avoid it, but there is something I understand better than most. When the door opens, it is time to leave. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even a stone may tire. Personally sealing away an old friend. This is just one form of erosion I have endured. People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. Perhaps this is the erosion imposed on me by the heavenly principles. That I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history of humanity.
You still care a lot about Liyue.
Call it part of my duty. I must thank you both.
No
Oh? About what?
Oh, yeah. Paimon, so, not long ago, we met a guy called Dane. He told us about Khaenri'ah and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to the person we're searching for. Zhongli, you're a god. You've lived through thousands of years of history. Surely you experienced the incident?
I cannot say.
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information? This is so important to us.
I understand. But I must apologize. This is my contract.
You mean another past grievance? Like the incident with Ejdah? Too painful to talk about?
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract.
How can you be like that?
You two are friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this world continues to grow. There are many events of ages past, many secrets that lie hidden. They have been eroded by time, forgotten by the people, abandoned. But you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. Those who are born to remember will remember. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead. But as long as you firmly believe that you are on the right path, everything has meaning.